Who thought we'd be fighting at a Gothic cathedral? And yet here we are at Cambrian Hall. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
And here he... And they'll be facing the artist from the United States of America.
This is going to be an intense...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk.
People are arguing about this in the street, in the pubs, in the bars, and this is why it gets giddy, it gets exciting. The anticipation, second to none.
What a great venue, and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. You can't imagine how bad these fighters want to get their hands on each other. An uppercut digging to the body. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. How about that time counter shot? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he just missed with that left jab. There's a counter shot. Defense is not an option for these two. Nice counter shot. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it was like two different...
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
He threw a punch and just got countered. A perfect counter shot. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them think you're going to throw a punch so that they exchange.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
A straight right just misses. Punch, counter punch. That counter punch caught him clean. Catch and shoot. Nice counter shot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They exchange punches. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He is down big. Let's get it started in round 3. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Good counter punching. Beautiful counter punch. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? Well done with that counter shot. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. The jab not finding its target. And that jab just missed with the left hand. That jab was blocked. That counter shot lands. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell sometimes.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he scores with the counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Missing with the hook. You'd like to see more jabs. That punch landed. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Seem like on to the 5th we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Good counter punch. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. The perfect counter lands. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
These two were made for each other. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of...
There's the bell to start round 6. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. And he misses with that jab. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. This fight has a real good flow to it. Trying to land that jab. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Good counter punching. Throws the jab and doesn't score. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Fantastic punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. The game plan does... And there's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter lands. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fight that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have the quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Look at him try and fight his way out of this. He might just want to hold on, play some defense. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter shot. Terrence Crawford just got rocked. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. What would you tell them? And they're back at it again here in round 8. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations you've just been hurt.
Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You still want to fight?
The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
That jab doesn't find a home. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a bang.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! They're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. That was the moment!
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
So close with that uppercut. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty... Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come to me.
No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
This is the last thing we expect.